Ladies and gentlemen, you're goddamn right. The bitch is back. Reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated. I was in fact in bed for 2 days. Just mess. A state. A sorry ass state of affairs. All dribbling and the stuff and the business, and the hacking and it was bad. I went to the doctors on Monday. I said, Doc, what have I got? Am I gonna die? How long have I got left, Doctor? Will I ever be able to see Andy double drop the 9 again? Oh, said, well, you might have a chest infection. Could just be a mild case of the flu. I don't know. I was like, oh, cool, okay, well, what am I supposed to do about it? She's like, take the rest of the week off. I was like, I can't, I've got important lobster work to be done. There are shoe throwers that need to be dropped. There's news that needs to be conveyed. It's like I'm a conduit from nonsense websites to people to predominantly men between the ages of 18 and 45. And around 5% women. And I'm a conduit of bollocks from the internet to their minds. And they need the bollocks. They goddamn need it. And so, with a jug full of Lemsip, a cup full of Barocca, and a ball bags full of the sweet, sweet smell of success, the bitch is back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Coffee and Memes.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Slugger. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Papa, I think I'm getting the black lung, Papa. Too many pingers. Too many of the speckled mitsies. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Coffee and Memes on Threshold.fm, on YouTube, on Facebook, all across this beautiful flat earth of ours. It's flat as a pancake. It's flat as Holland. Very flat country. Oh, hey, listen, round earth shills. If the earth is supposed to be flat, if the earth is supposed to be round, you ever been to Holland? Well fucking flat, mate. There ain't a hill in sight. Yeah, good luck. Good luck proving that the earth is round to anyone in the Netherlands. Hey, I tell you what, I think I probably had too much fun in Holland on Saturday in Rotterdam for Thrasher's 40th birthday party, Naughty 40. Good fun. Thrasher, Death Machine, End User, DJ Hidden, all manner of good, decent, honest, God-fearing folk just out for a better quality of gabba kick drum. And I think a couple of days of not having that much sleep tipped me over the edge. And look, seriously though, I'm not expecting a miracle worker, but going to see the doctor. So what have I got, Doc? Have a little listen to the old chesty. You know, I'll have a look down my gob, a finger up the bum. You know, well, she made me get an erection. I thought that was weird, but yeah. Anyway. And no real diagnosis. I mean, hundreds of years of medical science, and the best we can do is give it a week. Forget it. Right, look, got some bloody shoe throwers in here. The Prophecy on Cause for Concerns label, Delta Heavy, new tech itch. That's right. Did you hear me? There's a new tech itch, new technical itch. Oh, it's a good one as well. Robbie. Oh, is that Robbie T? I don't know. Let's go with Robbie T. New telekinesis, not the Pikachu one that Dimmy hated. Jolliffe, Jol, J-O-L-L J-O-L-I-F-F-E. Jollifer. Abstract, spelt with a 4. And Bunshin. God, what ragtag collection of misfitting names. It's, much like every day. Okay, look, what have we got in terms of news? All manner of bollocks. New Hartley Parkinson bringing the fake news. New Momo warning as suicide game character appears in Baby Shark videos. Hold on, let me get this up on the screen. Important, isn't it? Chrome. Come on, we can do this. I believe in you, Hartley Parkinson, in a way. I believe in your ability to spout all manner of bollocks. Come on, let's get rid of all of this. That's in the way. New Momo warning as a suicide game character appears in Baby Shark videos. They then immediately dial it back into, allegedly, put into Baby Shark videos. We'll get into that. New York County bans unvaccinated kids from public places. That's a bit of a hoot. EU approves controversial online copyright law. That's just sort of chips away at the Remainer within me. NASA study will pay you 14 grand to stay in bed for 2 months. Cool. Man spikes colleagues' drink with LSD because they had negative energy. That's good. Yeah, nice. Male contraceptive pill successfully tested on humans. Wales may become first UK country to ban parents from smacking children. I thought the UK or at least England had already banned that. Look at him. Look at his little face. Tell you what he needs, a smack. Look at him with his sign saying no smacking. Good luck. You need a smack and go to bed with no dinner. That's what you need. Seriously. Look at those little cheeks. Oh, what a sweet boy. Very good boy. Very, very sweet boy. Smack him now. Send him to bed. Outrageous. Man was mistakenly circumcised after hospital medical notes were mixed up. They said you can keep the tip. I don't know. There's a joke in there somewhere. And yeah, probably is worth getting into the Zambia bans Viagra. Viagra energy drink. Naked man tries to board plane, claiming nudity makes him more aerodynamic. Yeah, but... Sorry. Where's the lie? Where is the lie? He clearly is more aerodynamic. You can see, apart from this blurry section, I don't know what's going on there. Maybe he's just got one of those big Kim Kardashian asses. Yeah, clearly he's more aerodynamic. What's the problem? I don't understand. It's political correctness gone mad. Listen, guys, let's have a shoe thrower. Come on. You know, they throw the shoes. Okay, let's have this bit by The Prophecy. It's called Prisma. Prisma. Prisma by The Prophecy. Looks like a lot of pro smackers in the chat. Daniel Genvy, he's 100% pro smack. I'm also pro smack. I mean, you know, I got a few smacks as a child, never did me any harm. You know, maybe the man I am today. Terrible jokes. Pro smack or anti smack? Cast your votes now in the comments. Yeah, Stin's got it right. Less iPhones, more smacks. That's what kids need. A lot of pro smackers in the YouTube comments. Dimmy saying she was getting smacked up until the age of 15. Wow. Okay. Odin Bates dropping some knowledge. The harder you hit your kid, the more aggressive the D&B they will make when they're older. Well, this record seems reasonable, doesn't it? Yep, fine bit of work there, The Prophecy. This is Prisma, it's on Cause for Concerns label. Most things are these days. Alright. Put your shoes back on. A new Momo warning as suicide game character appears in Baby Shark videos. Hartley Parkinson in the Metro here. Got 31 shares up in this bitch. Police have issued a warning over the entirely fictitious Momo character after it was allegedly put into Baby Shark videos. Spanish police are telling people that the character is being pushed at children online. Again, Hartley Parkinson, where is the evidence? I see no sources here. No. Show me a Baby Shark video with it in. Hey, Parkinson.
Lobsters. Get your act together.
It's a disgrace. They're telling parents, no, Momo does not exist. Obviously, it doesn't exist. Like, what do you mean exist? Like, it's a model. Like, oh, no, it's, yeah, no, what are you trying to tell people? No, it's not a, I don't know, a weird creature that is not human. Oh, yeah. No, it's not a non-human monster demon type thing that it's not of this world. That's not actually the case. It's actually not real. Yeah, we know it's not real. Christ. No, Momo does not exist. It's an old viral character that has resurfaced with some damaging modifications. Show me these damaging modifications. We have to work together to not allow it to spread. Let's write more articles perpetuating the bollocks. The Momo challenge is said to involve inciting young internet users to do dangerous things. However, there's not been any evidence whatsoever of them ever doing anything dangerous. The character is actually a doll that was created by a Japanese special effects firm. Well, howdy about that. Well, catch me outside. It has led to police forces and education authorities around the world to issue statements trying to reassure parents. Parents need to get their shit together. I mean, for God's sake. Northern Irish Police Force said, even basic open source research suggests that Momo is run by hackers who are looking for personal info. Oh, what do you know? Imagine my surprise! Whether or whoever is behind it, there is no disputing the content being sent is horrendous. Righto. Well, again, show me the content. In this current Spanish reincarnation of the internet hoax, the video says, "Hi, I am Momo." Does it? Show me the video. People are being urged to report the videos. "Hi, I am Momo. I want to play with you. Look for a knife in the kitchen and cut your little hands. If you do not do it, Momo will come after you." Where is this video? What's the source of this, Parkinson? How do I know that it's just not you making it up to get your 31 shares so that, I don't know, whoever's running the Metro, who owns the Daily Mail? Because that's who owns the bloody... Is it... what's his name? Who owns Daily Mail? Daily Mail and General Trust. Who is that? Jonathan Hemsworth, 4th Viscount Rothermere. Well, he sounds a bit... don't know, he sounds a bit Illuminati-y, doesn't he? Okay, well, anyway, he's probably an unsafe... God, they own everything. Oh, no, that's people who search for... Right. Anyway, listen, Parkinson, peddling this guff for your 31 shares so that this lad, what's his name? Harmsworth. See, the clue's in the title, harm. So bloody otherwise Harmsworth is going to come down into the Metro basement where you're all chained up at your laptops, at your IBM ThinkPads or whatever it is you use down, or your green screen BBC computers playing Granny's Garden in your bloody lunch break, still chained up to the table, Hartley Parkinson, with your 31 shares. You just fabricating this nonsense to rack up your 31 shares so as that Harmsworth won't come down there and beat you. All right, I understand your position and everything. You know, you're just trying to feed your kids in that, Parkinson. And, you know, I respect that. I respect you as a man and as a journalist. But, come on, mate. Like, perpetuating nonsense Momo articles, that's a bit 96, isn't it? You know, that's a couple of weeks old now. Gosh, yesterday's chip paper. Jesus, Hartley Parkinson, I thought better of you.
Lobsters.
Don't tell me with this. Anyway, New York County bans unvaccinated kids from public areas. So what's the deal with that? Like, are they going to have to, I mean, is a hospital a public area? What have you got to take your kid to get vaccinated? Anyway, Stuart Perry reports, places around the world have started taking preventative measures to ensure that unvaccinated people don't make the rest of us sick. Not quite that. It's not the rest of us, because most of us have been vaccinated. The issue is it's those with compromised immune system. Right, anyway. One New York suburb has contributed to the campaign by banning unvaccinated kids from public places like schools, places of worship, and shopping centres. That's probably unconstitutional, but anyway, I mean, you know, I'm in favour of it, but I'm just saying there's going to be some of the sort of libertarian right that are going to, you know, have a go at this on sort of constitutional grounds. Rockland County has taken the unprecedented move as the state of New York and others grapple with the outbreak of measles. The county declared a state of emergency, according to Reuters, meaning kids who haven't got the necessary shots will be banned from those areas for up to 30 days or until they get the MMR vaccine. Banned for up to 30 days. County Executive Ed Day said in a statement, "We will not sit idly by while children in our community are at risk. This is a public health crisis, and it's time to sound the alarm." In Rockland County alone, there have been a whopping 153 cases of measles. Day continued, "Our inspectors have begun to meet resistance from those who they are trying to protect. We're not being hung up on. They've been hung up on or told not to call again." Wow. They've been told, "We're not discussing this. Do not come back." When visiting the homes of infected individuals as part of their investigation. Great. This type of response is unacceptable and irresponsible. It endangers the health and well-being of others and displays a shocking lack of responsibility and concern for others in the community. What was that meme going around with, like, anti-vaxxer parents being like, "Hey, look, if my kid dies, that's just my opinion." All right? Yeah, no, it's my right as an American to allow my infected, unvaccinated children to infect other children. That is my constitutional right. I don't know which amendment that falls under. It's the opportunity for everyone in their community to do the right thing. We must do everything in our power to end this outbreak and protect the health of those who cannot be vaccinated for medical reasons and for the children too young to be vaccinated. One of the tough parts about this ban is working out how to actually implement it. How do you know the kids walking past you at the shopping centre are vaccinated or not? Give them a smack until they tell you. That's what I would suggest. See a child coming your way, start rubbing your hands together, warm it up. Oh, I don't know, is a cold hand or a warm hand worse? Dry hand or a wet hand? All these things to be taken into consideration. It's worth possibly doing a study at some sort of study. It's a step further than Italy, which recently announced a ban on children being allowed to go to school if they hadn't had the shots. Italy have also made it illegal to put your child on a vegan diet, which is good. It's a step further than Italy, which recently announced a ban on children being able to go to blah, 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 blah. The new laws mean that parents are now putting themselves at risk of being fined up to €500 if they do send their kids to school unvaccinated. Yada, yada, a yada, yada, Yada. The new legislation was introduced following a surge in measles cases. Now officials in Italy say the vaccination rates have improved since this was brought into action. Well, you'd hope so, given that your child's education is being put on the line. Your child's life's being put on the line! God, this Stuart Perry done half wind me up. Bloody Nora. Okay, look, right, let's have this. Right, we're going to stick with the sort of the more throwy numbers. More throwy numbers. This is In My Mind by Telekinesis on Blackout. Thank you, Brendan, on Facebook. It's great to be back, man. Great to be back. This is In My Mind by Telekinesis. I seem to be spending this EP trying to divide opinion on vocals. In My Mind, Telekinesis. It's on the Blackout. Don't know if you heard the Blackout. Drum and bass record label from the Netherlands. Lovely bunch of boys, good boys, handsome boys, strong, handsome boys. They like to wrestle, like to play the drum and bass music, smoke the ganja, sex with a beautiful lady, and wrestle. More wrestling. A lot of wrestling. All those Black Sun Empire boys, they're forever wrestling. All three of them together. Oh, shirts off, fighting like men, like the way they're supposed to. Anyway, listen, guys, bad news. EU approves controversial online copyright law. Cheers, EU. I voted for you, and now you've done this. Thanks. European Parliament has voted in favour of Article 13, which would place heavy restrictions on content sharing, which presumably would mean I'd have to stop doing this. Otherwise, I don't know what would happen. What would I have broken? Like, would I be, I don't know, rounded up and shot? Well, where are we going with this? These changes have proved controversial, with critics claiming that they will have detrimental impacts on content creators. They will. According to the European Parliament, the new copyright rules, now renamed Article 17, you can't fool me by changing the name, were adopted by 348 votes in favour, 274 MEPs were against the changes, and there were 36 abstentions. What are you abstaining for? Yeah, annoying thing, the two UK British MEPs both voted for it. Yeah, nice one. Cheers, guys. The directive aims to ensure that the rights and obligations of copyright law also apply to the internet. YouTube, Facebook and Google News are some of the internet household names that will be most directly affected by this legislation. It seems to me more like a way for the bigger companies, bigger business, bigger labels, bigger, like, you know, big business to just, like, squeeze the smaller people so that they, you know, make sure that they're making all of the money, and smaller lot, you know, just have a much tougher ride. The directive also strives to ensure that the internet remains a space for freedom of expression. Clearly doesn't, though, does it? Some people have criticised the decision took to Twitter, with one writing, "Thank you for ignoring millions and millions of EU citizens revolting against the ridiculous concept. Letting people who haven't even got a clue about the internet nor any knowledge about it vote." Well, this is the thing, isn't it? Like, if you've ever watched any of the videos of, like, when they have Google or Facebook, like, up in court in the Senate in America, and just, like, the senators who are about 110 years old, like, "With my phone, can you tell where I am on my phone?" And just like, is this the level of discourse? Like, seriously? Like, it's like, I don't know if anyone has ever, like, concocted, like, a business idea, or they're doing something that is in media, or in sort of new technology, and you're trying to explain it to, like, a grandparent, and, like, I'll be like, "Oh yeah, so it's called Threshold, it's a radio station, but it's on the internet, rather than on normal radio waves, and you can listen to it on an app." Why? What do you mean, why? Why would you want to listen to it on your phone? You know, I've got radio, but so are you on Radio 1? No, I'm not on. It's not on the BBC. It's not on the BBC. Oh, but it's radio. Look, it's like it's streaming. It streams online. Okay, so are you taking Chris Moyles' show? No, ridiculous. Like, oh, you know, you'd have to get people to listen to it. Yeah, I know. I'd like, well, how are you going to do that? Look, it's not even worth me explaining it. But this is what it's like. Like, it's with when they had Matey from Google. Matey from Google in the Senate, trying to explain, like, how Google searches work to them, and it's like, I don't think they even use computers. It's completely ridiculous. And so you've got all these MEPs who just don't know anything about the internet, like, "Oh yeah, well, this seems like a good idea. Oh yes, well, let's get some more money for the bigger companies. That's a great idea." Another added, "Thanks for ignoring so many voices. Thanks for destroying so many faith in democracy again." So many's faith in democracy again. I guess there's some good placards here. I like the little Pepe one there. "Don't touch the internet. Stop Article 13 by all means necessary." Nice. It's got the little girl running away there. What is that? I can't quite see what it says on there. Yeah, there were some good ones. Anyway, but some in favour of the changes said, "Oh no, kids won't be able to steal other people's work anymore. Cry me a river." Not quite like that, is it? Another person in agreement commented, many MEPs believe that what we have now in the net is nothing fair or free. Money and valuable info flows, but not to the people. We're about to see in the next few years how big money will react and how citizens' rights are affected. Provisions have been designed to ensure that the internet remains a place for freedom of expression. Sharing snippets of news articles can continue how it was before, but the snippet must be very short. Uploading protective work for quotation, criticism, review, caricature, parody or pastiche has been protected even more than it was before. Well, I hope so, ensuring that memes and GIFs will continue to be available and shareable on online platforms. Goddamn better be. They try and take my freedom, but you will never take my memes. You will never take my memes. Good God. Right, okay, come on, what else we got? NASA paying people to stay in bed. All right, let's have a little peep. Let's have a little nose up on this one, shall we? A little nose up on this. NASA will pay you 14 grand to stay in bed for 2 months. NASA has unveiled the dream job for lazy buggers. Lying in bed for a couple of months and getting paid 1,600 euros for your efforts. Not bad, eh? Space Agency, working in partnership with German Aerospace Centre, DLR, is looking for healthy female recruits aged between 24 and 55 for the artificial gravity bed rest study, which researches the effects of weightlessness on the human body. How are they doing this? In total, the study lasts 89 days. 5 days of familiarisation, 60 days of bed rest, and then 14 days of rest and astronaut rehab, which will have you back up and ready for normal life. Participants are housed in a single room, where the room temperature is kept constant throughout, and for the 60-day period of lying down, everything is done while horizontal. Eating, showering, going to the toilet, the lot. Sounds quite nightmarish, actually. Of course, to stop participants from slowly dying of boredom, leisure activities such as watching TV and reading are allowed. The study planners so that you could use the time to take part in an online course or learn a new skill, or just complain on social media. But I'm sure you'll spend your time napping, rewatching The Wire and scrolling through social media. They won't care. Those taking part in the study will also spend 30 minutes a day in a human... Oh, Jesus, I thought that said human centipede then. That would be... God, that would be a plot twist, wouldn't it? Yes, you're obligated to spend 30 minutes a day as part of a human centipede. Sorry. Where you will have your face stitched to the anus of one of the other participants and will be forced to eat their tods. No, human centrifuge, which generates artificial gravity and distributes body fluid back into the body, according to the study's page. Sounds pretty unpleasant, but NASA promises that it's not like a carousel and actually goes round slowly. Naturally, there is a top team of scientific, physiotherapeutic and medical professionals on hand if you should need them. Oh, and if you're worried that all that time spent in bed might make you pile on the pounds, then don't, because all meals are carefully planned out by nutritionists who will work out the number of calories you need to keep yourself healthy and nourished. If that sounds a bit depressing, the study's page goes on to say, the meals are not extra healthy. There are sometimes pancakes and sweets, but for example, cooked without additives or artificial sweeteners. To recap, 2 months in bed, not having to speak to people other than researchers, and pancakes, 14 grand. Study kicks off in September. I think it would be dreadful if I spend too long in bed. Like, I get terrible backache. Like, you know, if you, I don't know, let's say Sunday, you're hungover, you end up getting into bed and watching Netflix at about 4 in the afternoon. Deliveroo comes around 8. You don't really get out of bed, and then you have, other than to go to the toilet and collect your Deliveroo, and then back into bed, probably sleep at about 10, and wake up at 8 or something. Yeah, feel worse for it, basically. You found that you've spent about 16 hours horizontal. So, yeah. Anyway, Jesus, come on, let's get a few more of these Sutras in. How about this Bunshin bit? It's off the Presence EP. Played 2 other bits off it. It's quite narky, quite weird. I like it. It's good. It's a bit bitty. It's quite bitty. Do you know what I mean? I hope so. Big Brendan Blunt in the chat on Facebook. Oh, Brendan Blunt, sorry. Asking about Threshold merch. Posted the link there in the chat. You can get it at threshold.fm/store. Ooh, I've been working on a new website in bed the last couple of days. It's looking pretty sweet. The archive is going to be infinitely improved. There's going to be better opportunity for merch. And also, I've got a sort of crazy idea, crazy scheme, crazy dream, that for people that are supporting on Patreon, I'll be able to have set up accounts on the new Threshold website. And what I can do is, let's say you're supporting on Patreon for $10 a month, to get your name on the VIP list, join the Green Gang, get some stickers, all of that sort of malarkey. What I could do is I could put into your account on the Threshold site £5 in credit. And then what you could do is, after a few months, you have enough to buy a T-shirt. And then your support on the Patreon would be a little bit like, I don't know, getting something on the HP, you'd just save up for it, and then you get buy a mug or whatever, or a T-shirt, or a signed picture of Wesley Snipes, or one of the other fine items of merchandise. A Church of the Shoe Thrower T-shirt, like one of those. Oh, what a beautiful! Oh, that is a quality item. That is a fresh wavy garb. Oi, oi, oi. So that'd be fun. Sort of give it back. So you would, get yourself a bit of merch every few months, or so you could save up for a car. I don't know. Maybe we'll do some Threshold branded cars. But yeah, that's an idea. Let me know if it's of interest to anyone. Listen, guys, Wales may become first UK country to ban parents from smacking children. Smack that child first. I thought that this was. I thought that certainly in England. I know the Scotch. They'll never stop smacking their kids. Legal or illegal. You will feel that fiery Scottish backhand across your pale-skinned body. Oh, dearie me. Wales might become the first UK country to ban parents from smacking their children. I really thought this has been illegal for a while. With ministers in Cardiff looking to remove the common law defence of reasonable punishment, which parents and guardians can use should they be accused of assault or battery against a child. Scotland is also looking to impose the same ban, no chance, with a new bill proposed by Green MSP John Finney. A vote is due to be held in the Scottish Parliament at some point next year. Yeah, why? No point in messing around. To really string that one out. I don't know, next year or sometime. It's March. Hey, it's March. Could we not vote on it a wee bit sooner? Nay. I love smacking my child. This is the worst Scottish accent ever. Hey, it's one of the few things that gives me pleasure in my life. All of this talk about Brexit on the backstop. I have had enough of it. If I can't go home and give my bairn a swift one across the arse, then where will I be able to get just a wee crumb of pleasure? Sorry. The vote is due to be held in Scottish Parliament at some point next year, maybe the year after, who cares? With the bill expecting to pass and consequently become law. Expected to pass, no one's going to vote that in. If passed, the Welsh bill, published today, will not stop a parent from actions such as grabbing a child about to step out onto a busy road. Oh, that's good. Okay, good. I'm going to make that one illegal. It's like, oh my, right, that's it. Okay, 6 months in prison for you. Why? Oh, you grabbed your child. He was going to step in front of a bus. Nope, no, great, you should have let him. No, that is that child's right. You have to let children be children, and if that means them stepping out into the road in front of a bus, then you touched a child. Oh my God, you monster! He would have died. He should have died. What? Sorry, who's the monster here? Who are these people having this fictitious argument? I don't even know. But Wales Deputy Minister for Health and Social Services, Julie Morgan, has said that while smacking may have been deemed appropriate in the past, it's no longer acceptable. We're sending a clear message that the physical punishment of children is not acceptable in Wales. You could opt for some other punishments like taking away their cheese on toast or singing at them. What may have been deemed appropriate in the past is no longer acceptable. Our children must feel safe and be treated with dignity. Oh gosh, Julie Morgan looks like she's had a few smacks in the past. The government-led bill has been supported by a number of children's organisations, including Bernardo's Actions for Children and the NSPCC. I wonder if, like, the NSPCC and Bernardo's, whether or not, like, yeah, they're children's charities and stuff, but, I mean, are they a bit like PETA? Whereas, like, they claim to be for, you know, for the well-being of animals, but they kill quite a lot of animals. Are they, like, the children's version? Like, well, yeah, look, we're trying to stop, you know, cruelty to children, but then they've got, like, a basement full of kids, like, locked up making NSPCC merch or something. I don't know. I'm not saying that that's a thing. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just floating it. Oh, the NSPCC, of course, they've actually got dungeons full of children on making the NSPCC merch. They need the tiny child fingers to get the stitching so fine. That's where you get that sort of level of detail and quality. They drink the blood of infants, and they're interdimensional child catchers, like from... not Mary Poppins, was it? Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. You know, the child catcher from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is actually a member of the Illuminati who runs the NSPCC. Viv Lang, head of policy at NSPCC, Kim Roo, something Welsh, said, "It's wrong that children in Wales have less protection from assault and that a legal defence which does not exist when an adult is hit can be used to justify striking a child. We've long campaigned for equal protection for children, and we strongly believe changing the law is a common sense move. Closing this loophole brings Wales in line with dozens of countries around the world, and it's simply about fairness and equality for all children." Cool, man. Cool, man. Research tells us that children who are physically punished are more likely to have poorer mental health than physical. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not. I'm totally joking around. I'm not actually in favour of smacking children. If you've got to that point, you've failed. Some campaigners, however, have argued that proposed changes would criminalise parents. Well, I mean, yeah, isn't that the point? Lowry Turner of campaign group Be Reasonable said, "It's disappointing that the Welsh Government has decided to press on with this unnecessary piece of legislation that will do nothing to protect children, but will criminalise loving parents." Yeah, I mean, I do think that it's like, I mean... would this actually stop people from hitting their kids? I mean, presumably it's like, you know, a smack on the bottom is quite different from, like, you know, actual really assaulting a kid, which is obviously very illegal. I think it would be unlikely that, I mean, this is the sort of thing that would be happening just in the home. Probably, I mean, I guess you do occasionally see parents smack their kids in public. Particularly at the Brighton Marina, actually the McDonald's at the Brighton Marina. I've seen a few. I've seen some bizarre stuff in that McDonald's over the years. Once I saw a mother with a child, and this was in a McDonald's, and the child said that it wanted a Whopper, and the mother looked at the child and said, "A Whopper? That's from Burger King, you little twat!" And then looked around as if everyone was going to agree with her that her, like, 4-year-old child, but yeah, what a twat. Your kid is an absolute twat. That's from Burger King. You're in a McDonald's. Literally looking around for, like, applause, effectively, and agreement and acknowledgement that her 4-year-old child was a twat. Poor kid. Yeah, it's in various instances smacking in that McDonald's, actually. What is it? Maybe it's been built on, like, an ancient Indian burial ground or something. It's got, like, weird vibes and stuff in there that just makes... I guess it's quite close to Whitehawk. That could partially explain it. I don't think I've ever been smacked in that McDonald's, although I've probably behaved in a manner which could be deemed justifiable for a smack. Yeah. Oh, mystic watercoloured memories of Brighton Marina. Can't remember where I was going with this. Yeah, smacking probably wrong. I think it's probably going to be quite difficult to police a little smack on the botty. That's my 2 cents about it. Yeah, don't do it. Just, I think there's much more. I don't know. Yeah, you could withhold cheese on toast if your Welsh child is behaving badly, or I don't know. I think I've run out of banter on that one. Listen, yeah. What else have we got? Man was mistakenly circumcised after hospital medical notes were mixed up. Rebecca Shepherd, the Lab Bible, reports. Last time I had an operation, my surgeon came to see me, to check exactly what he was doing, put my mind at ease, the usual, I thought. One man wasn't as lucky, though, as he was mistakenly circumcised when bungling surgeons mixed up his notes with another patient. An NHS report. I wonder what was he actually in for? The patient, who has not been named, was scheduled to have a cystoscopy, a procedure which uses a thin camera to examine inside the bladder. Quite different to having your foreskin removed. Jesus, you'd be absolutely gutted, wouldn't you? I mean, it's not the end of the world. Like, it's, particularly at that age and under anaesthetic, it's not like bloody circumcising a baby. Jesus, if you ever want to be really, really upset, I'd watch a video of a baby being circumcised. It's absolutely fucking harrowing. It should be illegal. The patient has not been known. Yeah. How did this possibly happen, though? Well, it would seem that surgeons wrongly mixed up his medical notes with another patient last September. Yep, okay. This error was one of 8 never events which took place at the University Hospital of Leicester, NHS Trust, last year. Leicester City Clinical Commissioning Group also revealed a swab was left inside a child's nasal surgery, and another event of things that should never occur. Oh, God. That was exactly what we didn't want to happen. In April, another patient also had surgery intended for another man with a similar name. God. Fuck's sake. God, imagine waking up from that, though. Like, all right, did you find anything up there then? Huh? Did you find anything in the bladder? What was the situation up there? No, the foreskin all gone. Sorry, what do you mean all gone? We got rid of the foreskin. It's fine. A couple of weeks it'll be, all right as rain. You what? What? Give it back. Put it back on immediately. Sew it back. I demand you sew it back on right now. Get it on ice. Quickly get that foreskin on ice. If not, I demand to take shares in you when they turn it into moisturiser for posh actresses' faces. Good money on that. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Are they? I mean, I thought they only take babies' foreskins to make this moisturiser. But if they're happy to go with adult ones, I don't know. I mean, how much do you get? How much could you sell a foreskin for? It's not essential, is it? Just a thought, isn't it? I mean, foreskins will be currency in my libertarian paradise. The report stated failure to demonstrate learning from never events has been a concern for Leicester, Leicestershire and Rutland commissioners and partners for some time. What is going on up in Leicester? Like, seriously, are they just having a bloody party up there, throwing all the paperwork up in the air and just chopping people's dicks off for lols? The CCG has an important role in continuing to support UHL to achieve their quality and safety ambitions. Right, an ambition of yours not to accidentally cut off bits of people's dicks. It should be, if it's not already. An intensity is modelling and comprehensive and collaborative approach described within the CQC report. The Trust says never ever events are serious, largely preventable safety incidents that should not occur if the available preventative measures are implemented. I want to hear from the dude. I want to know how his life is, how not having a foreskin has changed his life. I think it's slightly alter. You might have to slightly alter your technique during bouts of onanism. I've heard reports that moisturiser can be required for those lacking in the foreskin department. I don't know. Let me know. Get in touch. Usual address. will@threshold.fm. Please. Send me detailed descriptions. Send me nudes. I'm here for you, brother. Just let me know. Right, last one for you. Abstract, spelt with a 4. It's called No. It's on Chronic. coming up next at 11 o'clock. It's a repeat of All Aboard with Duff. Big Daddy Downer bringing the shoe throws for an hour. Normally Thursday evenings at 9. But hang around. If you're listening on Facebook or YouTube, switch over to threshold.fm to catch a little heat.
You know how it feels.
This is No by Abstract, spelt with a 4. All the cool kids spelling their names with a 4 these days. It's just how business is done.
You know how it feels.
Build asking when am I getting TC on for an interview. Soon, hopefully, when he's back from America. We've been meaning to for a little while. The real TC, that is.
You know how it feels.
Thanks for bearing with me for another show. I do aim to be better at some point. That's the dream. Just wish they'd give me some drugs, man. I just need some drugs. Come on, medical science. Where are the drugs? Yeah, okay, just leaves me time to shout out the VIP list. Shout out the Green Gang. This is a list of fine, upstanding members of the Threshold community that are supporting the station, supporting the show, supporting Wesley Snips, keeping him in gin and dildos and stockings. God bless him. Those supporting on Threshold for £10 a month or more get VIP access on the Discord to the special VIP lounge. I was giving out some free tunes in there the other day. A few little Rankin dub plates. Oi, oi. Hello, hello. Get free Rankin Audio sample pack this month. Get 30% off all Rankin Audio products. And yeah, as I said earlier, I'm thinking of when the new website launches to give everyone that's on the VIP list £5 a month in Threshold merch credit. That seems like a decent deal, doesn't it? You basically, it's $10 to get on. That's £7.50. What's the cost of that? What's that? 3 coffees? 3 coffees. And that, basically, $2.50 goes to Snips. You know, keep him in stockings and dildos. And he pays for the web server and everything else that keeps the lights on. And then £5 you get to spend back on merch. Seems all right. Seems reasonable to me. And you can get your name shouted out at the end of every show and get your name in the new version of the app. Under the founders list. You can join the likes of Oliver Hooper, Nicholas Goncalves, Tom Ryan, Reece Mosson, Squidgy Beats Parsons, Pauly Hutton. Pauly Hutton, who is now going under the name of Perth Lobster Crew Meetup at Roller. Who is up for it? I don't know what Roller is. I assume it is some sort of drum and bass event. But if you are in Perth and you are part of the Lobster Crew, get in touch with my boy, Pauly Hutton. You can find him on the Lobster Crew Facebook group, Facebook Lobster Crew, Threshold Lobster Crew, Facebook Lobster Group, Lobster Face, or on the Discord. Just let him know. Ciarán R, Michael Kedzierski, Matthew Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Potter, Colm Murphy, Sam Howard, Tony J, Richard Patterson, Jack Murphy, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Matthieu Boulard, Zara Pickle, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye, Anthony Walker, Lily Unsub, Richard Franks, Thomas Hall, Chode Ryder, Andrew Heichelbech, John Finison, the BDR Crew, Peter Blatchford, Austin Grief Cooper, Gennady Lightfield, Ryan Glazer, James Parry, Dave Thompson, Hendo Bartendo, Lady Squiffington, Liam the Menace Underwood, Dan fucking Morris, a guy with no STDs, Justin Mercer, Ames MC, Josh Williams, Rob Humphries, Shibby T, Coco Shiva, Dan Elton, Taran Wilmore, Mr. Pope, Dark Progressive Psytrance is actually superior to drum and bass, Nicolas Lorcy, Dameon Rayner, Kris Breaks, The Build, Karissa Barthelson, Odin Bates, Lee Fuller, D, Daniel Genvy, Flaxis, Alexander Cassidy, Matt Wright, and Dylan Laws. Thank you very, very much for your patronage. Listen, guys, keep listening on Threshold.fm for All Aboard with Duff, which will follow this show. If you're listening on Facebook or YouTube, switch over. Just, change the channel to Threshold.fm. Keep listening. Keep on trucking. Keep on being lobsters. Keep on being good. And stay out of trouble. Keep your nose clean. Ear to the ground, nose to the grindstone, pull your socks up, pipe down, etc. I love you all. I'm back. The bitch is back, even in a limited capacity. I can't lie in bed anymore. It's crap. Like, I wouldn't even do it for cash. I wouldn't lie in bed for cash. Would I do it for love? Would I do it as a political protest? No, I'm just talking bollocks now. Love you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.